Coming. Um, coming. Who's hot? Who's not? Tell me who's got who sell out in the stores. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how many times I gotta keep telling y'all. Can't stop. My name on the blimp. Just double up. Nigga, double up. We don't play around. This a bet. Lay it down. If you didn't know me, 91. Bet you know me now. I'm a young Harlem. Salute to God. Me down, Scooter. Now I know my duty. Blow like Hootie. True pimp niggas spend on dough on a book. I don't know what they want from me. It's like the more money we come across, the more problems we see. I don't know what they want from me. It's like the more money we come across, the more problems we see. I'm coming. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Diddy Glover is coming. Coming. Uh, Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care if you are upset. I told y'all this yesterday during survival that Diddy Glover was coming. I'm motherfucker coming. Diddy Glover's coming. Now, all the people that come and get upset with me because y'all just want me to just like everybody want me to deny what the hell I see what's happening with my own two eyes. Pure survival. So Donald Trump comes out yesterday and says that he is going to pardon Diddy Glover. I reacted to it. Let me blow out the freak off candle. I reacted to Donald saying that he is going to pardon Diddy Glover. And then late last night, Diddy Glover contacts the judge, his legal team, and they are asking literally to get Diddy Glover's whole case thrown out during survival. Now, the prostitution, you know what I'm saying, which is he's only locked up for. Do you know that they are ready to throw this out? Diddy Glover is going to be having a Labor Day freak off celebration, pure survival. So whoever don't want this man to get a boyfriend for Labor Day, want a man, you don't want Diddy to get a boyfriend for Labor Day. I am sorry to disappoint you, pure survival, and that's why I don't give a damn if people get mad at me. Okay, now they are asking the judge. The judge, they have to make an answer today, ladies and gentlemen. Diddy Glover is coming home. You know what I'm saying? So when people call me a Diddy Glover lover, I don't give a shit. Cause everybody loved when I was making fun of him. When I heard that he was involved with Jamie Foxx going in the hospital, I was on Diddy's neck for the last 2 years. Pure survival. Nobody complained about the shit when I was teasing the man. But now I'm still teasing him, but I'm giving y'all the truth that the man is about to come home. Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen.
So we reported here exclusively that there would be a new filing in Diddy's case because his team is trying to get him home. So yesterday, Diddy's team submitted documents to the judge asking for Diddy to be acquitted on both of the main at charges that he was convicted.
Now, y'all see this? Now, Diddy is trying to get acquitted. He told the judge, if y'all don't throw these charges out that I'm sitting in this jail for, pure survival, I demand that I get a new trial. And don't nobody want to go back to do another Diddy Glover freak off trial. How many of y'all right now can tell me that you think Cassie Van Tora or Jane Ho, any of them, want to go through that whole trial all over again? And since he didn't get convicted of the RICO, pure survival, the judge is going to have to give Diddy Glover a whole new freak off trial or throw the case out, guys. I know that everybody feel like, look, we know Diddy did some horrible things. We know he's not a good boyfriend. We know he can be violent. We know he's abusive. All right, I'm not talking about that. You know, because that's not what he locked up for. I'm telling y'all, for what he locked up for, they are about to let Diddy out. And they got to make a decision today. The prosecution has to make a decision today. Pure survival. So we are about to find out something big and something major. You know what I'm talking about? And I don't care if Cassie want to pretend that she's afraid for her life. Jane Ho want to pretend that she's afraid for her life. They on some mystical shit. Like if Diddy get out of jail, they gonna be sitting there, danger. Get on the floor. It's the nigga right there. I'm talking about over there. It's the nigga right there. Danger. But everybody, I'm not going to let my people be in denial. The man is about to get out. Look how much shit that they're doing. Donald Trump just said he going to pardon him. Did he demand that they throw this whole thing out? If Donald pardoned Diddy, then this means the whole case is getting thrown out. Pure survival. I don't think the judge liked Diddy much. I really don't. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, that judge don't want to look stupid if Donald Trump pardoned Diddy, which it looks like it. So the judge is going to end up, I'm telling you, the man going to get out on bail or they going to throw this whole case out. Pure survival. It's just the bottom line.
So we reported here exclusively that there would be a new filing in Diddy's case because his team is trying to get him home. So yesterday, Diddy's team submitted documents to the judge asking for Diddy to be acquitted on both of the main act charges that he was convicted of, or to be given a new trial. They're saying that they're still standing on the Rule 29 that they mentioned early on in their defense, that there is not enough evidence, there's insufficient evidence to sustain the conviction of the crimes that he was convicted of. So,
do y'all hear that? Insufficient evidence, whatever that means. Everybody smash that like button. They came to this trial, and we all know, and y'all know I've been at the Diddy Glover's freak off trial, pure survival. They did not present no good evidence at all. You know what I'm saying? And what Diddy's locked up for right now? Prostitution. And they have to prove that Diddy was clapping the boys' cheeks. All the men that Diddy was prostitute in pure survival, he never made love with none of them that we know of. He never made love with them. He just used to love to watch them during survival. He used to like them to butt naked wrestle with Cassie Ventura and Jane Ho with a whole gang of baby oil on their body. Pure survival. This is what Diddy loved to do. So if they can't prove that Diddy actually had sex or made one of those male prostitutes' wieners disappear, then they're going to have to give Diddy a new trial or throw it out. And I don't see a new trial happening. They're not going to go through this whole thing again. Pure survival. They're going to throw this shit out. Smash that like button, guys. Diddy is about to get released, and they're showing us all the signs now. And I'm not going to ignore it, no matter how much people call me a Diddy Glover lover.
So we reported here exclusively that there would be a new filing in Diddy's case because his team is trying to get him home. So yesterday, Diddy's team submitted documents to the judge asking for Diddy to be acquitted on both of the main act charges that he was convicted of, or to be given a new trial. They're saying that they're still standing on the Rule 29 that they mentioned early on in their defense, that there is not enough evidence, there's insufficient evidence to sustain the conviction of the crimes that he was convicted of. So what they're saying is that because when you are convicted of the Mann Act, you're supposed to prove that the person transported somebody across state lines for the purposes of sex. They're saying that they believe that Diddy's the only person ever convicted under this statute that didn't.
And do y'all hear this? They are saying Diddy's the only one in the history of the United States of America that ever been sitting in jail for over damn near a year now, pure survival, for this act. This act that he's in jail for, nobody in the history of no motherfucker body ever sat in jail because they was sick and horny. And as long as they wasn't doing nothing with no kids or they didn't R-word nobody, they found out that everybody was with the fuckery. Everybody was with the freaky dinky. Pure survival. So all Diddy used to do was just be peeping. Diddy was he was his own pervert. Diddy used to be peeking with a mask like a pervert. he paid money so he can become his own pervert. And the difference is he wasn't a pervert on the street. He was he would order the prostitutes so he can be a pervert, like on his own. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't like a crime. He's paying for these dudes to have sex with his girls, and he wanted to be the pervert in the corner choking his motherfucking chicken, looking at the man's tasty cakes. So it's not a crime. They have to prove that Diddy had sex with the sex workers. They are about to let this dude out of jail, and I'm telling all of my people, no matter if they get mad at me or not, I seen people yesterday, even when Donald Trump came out and said, they really going to pardon Diddy. They got mad at me, said, oh, you lying, when it's coming out of the White House. So that's how bad people just still want the man locked up. And all I'm trying to tell y'all is the nigga is getting out. No matter how bad motherfuckers want him to stay. Y'all got to get them likes up, guys. We are surviving Diddy Glover's Labor Day freak off celebration.
Or to be given a new trial. They're saying that they're still standing on the Rule 29 that they mentioned early on in their defense, that there is not enough evidence. There's insufficient evidence to sustain the conviction of the crimes that he was convicted of. So what they're saying is that because when you are convicted of the Mann Act, you're supposed to prove that the person transported somebody across state lines for the purposes of sex. They're saying that they believe that Diddy's the only person ever convicted under the statute that didn't actually make money off the prostitution. That's the first thing. The second thing is they say Diddy did not have sex with any of the prostitutes, which we heard on the stand that all the women and the escorts themselves said that he never actually engaged in sexual activity.
Y'all see this? Even the Punisher, one of Diddy male S workers, went on a YouTube tour. He was on Vlad TV. He was on everything. Nancy motherfucking Grace, Pistol Bible. Even Nancy was mad. Nancy was like, listen, Punisher, you had sex with Diddy, didn't you? And he's like, no, I'm telling you, I never clapped Diddy's cheeks. I clapped Cassie's cheeks. So the fact that he never had sex with the prostitutes, Pierce Bible, and Cassie and Jane Ho were the one paying the money. They were giving the money. Do y'all understand? Like, yeah, the money came from Diddy, but he didn't actually buy the prostitutes. So this man could get this whole case thrown out. I'm telling y'all. And I think Donald Trump is behind this whole thing too. Pierce Bible, smash that like button.
Conviction of the crimes that he was convicted of. So what they're saying is that because when you are convicted of the Mann Act, you're supposed to prove that the person transported somebody across state lines for the purposes of sex. They're saying that they believe that Diddy's the only person ever convicted under the statute that didn't actually make money off the prostitution. That's the first thing. The second thing is they say Diddy did not have sex with any of the prostitutes, which we heard on the stand that all the women and the escorts themselves said that he never actually engaged in sexual activity with the escorts, and that he didn't actually arrange the travel. Now there were...
Now, did y'all see that? He didn't actually arrange the travel either. Cassie and motherfucking Jackie Chan's daughter is the ones who arranged the actual freak off fest. Pure survival. So y'all have to understand that. Now they have paperwork proving that, yeah, money came from Diddy, but he's not the one who actually bought it. And the fact that these men are saying they never had sex with Diddy, now they might be lying because they don't want nobody to know that they were having sex with Diddy while he was wearing a freak off R. Kelly mask. Bible, salute to my baby in the building. You know what I'm saying? But they can't prove that Diddy slept with the men and he didn't make no money off of them. Do y'all know what a real pimp is, Pure Bible? Where a pimp will slap a hoe? You know why a pimp would slap a hoe? Because the hoe didn't have his money. Pure Bible. You know what I'm talking about? You've been out here all fucking night long selling that kitty cat. Real Pure Bible. How much money did that kitty cat make last night? Real? Oh, you only got $2? And then when we talk to one of my other hoes, how much money you make last night? Pills of Bible. All you got is a Walmart gift card. So you out here selling that motherfucker real Pills of Bible for Walmart gift cards, and your vagina only made $2? This is crazy. That's what a pimp is. Diddy ain't getting no motherfucking money off of these people. Y'all got to get them likes up, man. We are surviving Diddy Glover, about to be released from jail before Labor Day.
So we reported here exclusively that there would be a new filing in Diddy's case because his team is trying to get him home. So yesterday, Diddy's team submitted documents to the judge asking for Diddy to be acquitted on both of the Mann Act charges that he was convicted. or to be given a new trial. They're saying that they're still standing on the Rule 29 that they mentioned early on in their defense, that there is not enough evidence, there's insufficient evidence to sustain the conviction of the crimes that he was convicted of. So what they're saying is that because when you are convicted of the Mann Act, you're supposed to prove that the person transported somebody across state lines for the purposes of sex. They're saying that they believe that Diddy's the only person ever convicted under the statute that didn't actually make money off the prostitution. That's the first thing. The second thing is they say Diddy did not have sex with any of the prostitutes, which we heard on the stand that all the women and the escorts themselves said that he never actually engaged in sexual activity with the escorts, and that he didn't actually arrange the travel. Now, there were on the stand, they did have conversations about, different audios that were played and, different things where Diddy was saying, hey, book this person to come here, whatever. But because he didn't actually book the travel and transportation himself, they're pointing that out.
Do y'all see that? Yes, Diddy was with the fuckery. Diddy, the money came from him, but he didn't book the actual sex arrangements.
Actually engaged in sexual activity with the escorts, and that he didn't actually arrange the travel. Now, there were on the stand, they did have conversations about, different audios that were played and, different things where Diddy was saying, hey, book this person to come here, whatever. But because he didn't actually book the travel and transportation himself, they're pointing that out. And they're saying that, the escorts or prostitutes had friendships with Jane and with Cassie. So they were flying in to enjoy their friends, and then they consented to have sex after. So he shouldn't be convicted of these things.
You see that? So they came in and they was all friends. They were all with the freaky deaky. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't fly these people out for sex. They got down here and motherfuckers got high, drunk, and started, doing all the nasty stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and then people saying that Diddy paid me off. That's how crazy it is. So did Diddy pay the Breakfast Club off too? Pure survival. Did Diddy Glover pay the Breakfast Club off? Now he may have paid Donald Trump and Donald Trump's toupee, but the motherfucker ain't pay me off. I'm just telling y'all the damn truth. Diddy ain't pay me a motherfucker dime.
He didn't actually book the travel and transportation himself. They're pointing that out. And they're saying that, the escorts or prostitutes had friendships with Jane and with Cassie. So they were flying in to enjoy their friends, and then they consented to have sex after. So he shouldn't be convicted of these things, and he should be able to get a new trial or come home. So the judge put in a letter saying that the defense has to respond to Diddy even asking to be let go prior to sentencing today.
Y'all hear that? Today, everybody smash that like button. The defense has to respond today. The judge said, look, before I even talk about throwing everything out, pure survival, the defense has to prove why Diddy shouldn't come home on bail today. So everybody that want to sit there in denial, the moment they announce Diddy walking out the front door, pure survival, I want to hear what y'all going to say then. Because they got until today, ladies and gentlemen, today to respond to this goddamn message. Smash that like button. We got 1,000 people in the building. Diddy's coming home by Labor Day. This is the bottom line.
So we reported here exclusively that there would be a new filing in Diddy's case because his team is trying to get him home. So yesterday, Diddy's team submitted documents to the judge asking for Diddy to be acquitted on both of the Mann Act charges that he was convicted of, or to be given a new trial. They're saying that they're still standing on the Rule 29 that they mentioned early on in their defense, that there is not enough evidence, there's insufficient evidence to sustain the conviction of the crimes that he was convicted of. So what they're saying is that because when you are convicted of the Mann Act, you're supposed to prove that the person transported somebody across state lines for the purposes of sex. They're saying that they believe that Diddy's the only person ever convicted under the statute that didn't actually make money off the prostitution. That's the first thing. The second thing is they say Diddy did not have sex with any of the prostitutes, which we heard on the stand that all the women and the escorts themselves said that he never actually engaged in sexual activity with the escorts, and that he didn't actually arrange the travel. Now, there were on the stand. They did have conversations about, different audios that were played and, different things where Diddy was saying, hey, book this person to come here, whatever. But because he didn't actually book the travel and transportation himself, they're pointing that out. And they're saying that, the escorts or prostitutes had friendships with Jane and with Cassie. So they were flying in to enjoy their friends, and then they consented to have sex after. So he shouldn't be convicted of these things. And
they all consented.
Be able to get a new trial or come home. So the judge put in a letter saying that the defense has to respond to Diddy even asking to be let go prior to sentencing today.
Trouble is easy to get into and hard to get out of. Boy, that just sounds complicated.
It did.
Yeah. Basically, they just saying y'all ain't proved
I don't need it.
Okay. Well, Diddy trying to come home.
The man is coming home before Labor Day, guys. Bottom line, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. Even his lawyers was explaining why Diddy should be coming home just last night. You know what I'm saying? Venecchio, he looked younger ever since after the trial. Diddy's lawyers look like he like 16 now. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he's 16.
Standing advocate for Mr. Combs.
Oh, thank you very much, and thanks so much for having me.
You're very welcome. So let's get into this bail package that you have proposed. I read your motion, and you talk about the exceptional facts of this case and how the way the Mann Act is being applied is kind of like one of a kind. Would you walk us through what you mean by that, please?
Sure. So the Mann Act was passed in 1910, and it's changed a few times through the years, but really what it's geared at, what it's focused on, is prosecuting people who make money from the business of prostitution.
Now, did you hear this? The Mann Act, what Diddy's locked up for, was created in 1910. Pure Bible. How many of you dinosaurs that's on my live right now that was here on Earth in 1910? Pure Bible. That's how you know this is crazy. This is a law that was made in 1910. Ain't nobody alive right now who even created the damn bill. You know what I'm saying? So this shit, the man about to go, guys. I'm telling you.
Kind of like one of a kind. Would you walk us through what you mean by that, please?
Sure. So the Mann Act was passed in 1910, and it's changed a few times through the years, but really what it's geared at, what it's focused on, is prosecuting people who make money from the business of prostitution. And that's not the allegation against Mr. Combs. The allegation of Mr. Combs, what the jury found, essentially was that he was a user of services provided by sex workers, essentially a John, for lack of a better word. And the Mann Act just historically hasn't been applied to Johns. It's a financial statute. It's really
You see that? So Diddy Glover was a freak off John. He was a freak off John. And they're saying that a person that just likes to stare at people who have sex with their girlfriends or whatever is considered a John. So he didn't make no money off of this. You know what I'm saying? It's not, this shit is crazy. So Diddy was a freak off John, y'all. And no other Johns is in jail or did no jail time but Diddy Glover.
The allegation of Mr. Combs, what the jury found, essentially was that he was a user of services provided by sex workers, essentially a John, for lack of a better word. And the Mann Act just historically hasn't been applied to Johns. It's a financial statute. It's really been applied at people who look to make money from prostitution. And so since that's not how it's being applied here, we made the argument that we have to, under the case law and the statutes in this area.
So anybody in my chat right now, put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Diddy made money off of prostitution. That he made money off of Cassie's real, or he made money off of Jane's Ho real, pure survival. He brought the prostitution, the male prostitutes, for his entertainment to watch. Cassie and Jane Ho was with the smoke. They liked it to be pee-peed on. Bottom line. You know what I'm saying? So Diddy wasn't making no money off no prostitutes. What the fuck? The motherfucker was a billionaire. So why do I have to sell some sex. So they already proved that. That's why I'm telling y'all that they're about to let the dude go.
Of services provided by sex workers, essentially a John, for lack of a better word. And the Mann Act just historically hasn't been applied to Johns. It's a financial statute. It's really been applied at people who look to make money from prostitution. And so, since that's not how it's being applied here, we made the argument that we have to, under the case law and the statutes in this area, that this is an exceptional reason, and that Mr. Combs should be considered for release on bail because of it.
Mark, I've read in your motion you say that Mr. Combs may very well be the only John sitting in a jail right now for his crimes. What makes you say that?
Now, can somebody put in the chat, because I know somebody's going to say, well, I looked it up. There are other Johns that went to jail for what Diddy's in jail for. Nobody in the history of America be in jail for what Diddy's in jail for right now. Pure survival. All the sex buying motherfuckers out there. Like I told y'all, as I'm talking to y'all right now, somebody is buying sex. Somebody is with a prostitute right now, getting head behind a trash can. Pure survival. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hurry up and zip their pants up so the police don't catch them. As we speak right now, a truck driver behind the trash can, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? So people going to say, yeah, no, there are people in jail for that. Only because that's how bad they want him to stay in jail. But they can't find no other case like Diddy's. Smash that like button, everybody.
Case law and the statutes in this area, that this is an exceptional reason, and that Mr. Combs should be considered for release on bail because of it.
Mark, I've read in your motion you say that Mr. Combs may very well be the only John sitting in a jail right now for his crimes. What makes you say that?
So we've done a nationwide survey of Mann Act cases, and we're not all the way finished, but we've looked at probably close to 100 cases, and we don't see any other case where a John, the user of prostitution services, is being prosecuted under the Mann Act.
Y'all see that? They done went and searched over 100 different people. What is the difference between these other 100 people that's locked up for the same thing as Diddy Glover, pure survival? The man is offering a $50 million bail, and they let the Halloween mask, the Abercrombie and Fitch dude, and I know he got more boy bodies than a little bit. They let him out on $10 million bail. As I told y'all before, Diddy's judge, I don't feel that he liked him that much. I'm talking about Aladdin. Y'all know he looked like Aladdin, pure survival. But he's not going to want to look bad when Donald Trump overrules his situation. That's why I said Diddy, I guarantee y'all, Diddy is going to come home on bail, or they're going to throw this damn case out, or Donald Trump is going to pardon him. Why can't y'all just accept the truth instead of saying, oh, Jamil being paid off, so I'm being paid off to tell y'all the truth? Pure survival? Y'all want me to sit here and lie to y'all and say, look, Diddy's getting 1,000 years, guys. Celebrate. Where's the balloons? Where's the freak off ice cream and cake? Pure survival. When I'm just trying to help y'all know that and tell y'all why they about to let him go.
Nationwide survey of Mann Act cases, and we're not all the way finished, but we've looked at probably close to 100 cases, and we don't see any other case where a John, the user of prostitution services, is being prosecuted under the Mann Act. There are instances where the user of prostitution services has some kind of connection with the arranger, the organizer, the people who make the money from the prostitution services. But in terms of just being a straight user of services provided by a sex worker, we think he might be the only person in the country.
The only person in the country. Diddy had an addiction of staring at men's butts as they clapped his girlfriend's cheeks. Pure survival. Diddy was better off just watching porn. I'm telling you, Diddy Glover, when you get out, you better watch porn, or you better go and get you a boyfriend. Call up Little Nas X, see if he's dating anyone, and ask him out on a date. Pure Bible. Ask Little Nas X out on a date, Diddy Glover, because you was better off just watching porn and masturbating. Pure Bible. You know what I mean? But Diddy wanted to be there. He wanted to look. He wanted to be able to smell the doo-doo in the air. Diddy wanted to see them cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Because they're saying nobody in the entire country ever been in jail this long for what Diddy's in jail for. And the motherfuckers that want him to stay so bad, they get mad at you for telling them the truth. Like, hey, look, they about to let the motherfucker out. Like, I'm the one telling the judge, let him out.
Prostitution services. But in terms of just being a straight user of services provided by a sex worker, we think he might be the only person in the country.
I certainly see what you're saying and can appreciate the legal argument you put forth in your motion for bail for Mr. Combs, Mark. And even if the judge agrees, let's say the judge agrees that this is an exceptional application of the Mann Act, and your client may be the only one who's jailed right now. You've cited every other case you can find. It's an ROR type bond situation. What about the other component that we know the judge is very concerned about, and that is your client's propensity for violence? Even you yourself acknowledge that in the closing arguments of the case with what happened to Cassie on the video that the world saw, and in the instances with Jane. How can you reconcile your position now in this motion for bail that he should be free and is not a danger to the public when we know these instances happened in the past?
So I think the key thing with what you said is that it happened in the past. I mean, the only instance that we have in...
And you see how Mark Anefio, Diddy's lawyers, just handled that? That lady just said, so if the judge looks at this tape where Diddy beat up Cassie, and so he sees that he's violent, do you think that's going to affect the judge letting him go? And Mark Anefio said, well, you just hit it on the nose. This right here, when Diddy did this, which was horrible, which was terrible, we all said that this was terrible. This domestic dispute, this domestic violence that he has, this anger problem, pure survival, we said it was terrible. But the thing about it is, she hit it on the nose. It was the past. How can the judge Diddy and say, hey, you're violent because of this video? This video happened 10 years ago. So we all just ended up seeing it recently. But this literally happened 10 years ago. So how you gonna hold me in jail and say I'm motherfucking violent because I did some terrible shit with my girlfriend at the time, pure survival, 10 years ago? I changed, Your Honor. You know what I'm saying? You just put me in a sex education program, you know, and a violent anger management program. That's why they all had this shit set up, y'all. Diddy's already been going to them programs, pure survival. They presented the packet to let him out on bail. Donald Trump and Donald Trump's toupee, not just Donald, y'all, even the toupee said that they were going to pardon Diddy Glover. All of these people at once, so they're talking about pardoning him. The bail packet proved that nobody in the country, in the history of the United States, is in jail like Diddy for what he in jail for. Diddy, last night, the team said, look, throw this case out or we're going to do a whole nother freak-off trial. He got too much stuff working in his favor. So I'm telling y'all, they about to let the man out of jail. So if y'all want to be in denial, y'all be in denial on your own. Pure survival. I don't give a damn if you call me a Diddy Glover lover. Because what y'all gonna say when Diddy get out and you hear me sitting there laughing, still making Diddy jokes, it's still going to be funny during survival. That's what I'm about. I react to things comedically. I'm not the damn judge. I'm not the prosecution. And if I would have went to Diddy's trial and saw evidence and saw real victims, I wouldn't be, you know what I mean, saying what I'm saying. I saw Cassie Ventura doing everything on her own, not being no damn victim. Jane Ho, no victim. Motherfucking, what's the other girl? The one girl from Danny the King. Her and her wig was lying. Not just her. Dawn and Dawn's wig was even lying. Pure Bible. If I didn't see all of this in court, I would not be saying what I'm saying. Justin Bieber didn't get on the stand. Usher's skates, Usher's Super Bowl skates didn't get on the stand. All of these celebrities that Diddy's supposed to did shit to, nobody came. No minors. Pure survival. So they're about to let the dude go. So just get the shit to your head, y'all. I'm just prepare. All my people prepare for them to say Diddy's release. I'm telling y'all, prepare for it.
Smashed his head against the counter, threw glasses at him.
And then Mark Anefio said they want to talk about Cassie's video that happened 10 years ago. The last violent act that happened was Jane Ho, when Jane Ho bust Diddy in the head with a freak-off vase.
I think the key thing with what you said is that it happened in the past. I mean, the only instance that we have in recent memory was one, and the trial evidence showed this, where Jane essentially, started a fight with Mr. Combs, smashed his head against the counter, threw glasses at him. Jealousy was always a feature of their relationship, and Jane was jealous of his relationship with another woman, and so that was about 14 months ago that happened. But other than that, everything dates back, a number of years, 2018 and before. And as we...
Y'all see that? 2018 and before was the last time that he had any dealings with Cassie of any type of violence. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm just opening the eyes of my people. You know what I mean? If people want to be mad at me, I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to want to see what y'all going to say when they say Diddy is being released. Watch. I just want everybody that come up when I go live, when they say that Diddy is released. I want everybody to come up that not doubted that Diddy wasn't coming home to get on and say, sorry, Jamil. You are Mr. motherfucking Miyagi. Pure Bible. I am Daniel's son, and Jamil, you are Mr. motherfucking Miyagi. You know what I'm saying? They're going to give Diddy an ankle monitor. All of that stuff. There is no reason why. Other than if y'all try to say, oh, Diddy's violent, he's going to do something to Cassie. The feds is going to be watching everything Diddy Glover does when he get out of jail. We, as the internet people, we're going to be watching everything that Diddy Glover does. You know what I'm saying? Diddy ain't going to be able to do nothing to nobody. So that whole, he going to be violent, he going to be, oh, we all scared for our life. That man ain't trying to go back in that jail. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all right now, Diddy is about to get released. They are setting the stage up. Donald Trump already came out and said that he is going to pardon Diddy. So they getting all of their excuses and the ducks in a row that they are about to let him go. And shout out to Willie D, man. Willie D even said it. Willie D let it be known. Look what Willie D said. Breaking news. Diddy going home. This is what Willie D said. And Willie D is a very smart, intelligent guy. You know what I'm saying? So all y'all mad at Willie D? Because Willie D said 3 hours ago that Diddy's coming home. Motherfuckers just don't want to accept it. It's crazy.
A whole new trial.
You see that? And when Willie D does the slow clap, pure survival, it's a clap. It takes 10 minutes for each clap. It's a pretty slow clap, but it's very sincere. Pure survival. When Willie D does the slow clap, that means that he's being sincere about what he's saying.
I ain't got no problem with that because they railroaded that man. That's right, I said it. I believe Diddy was railroaded. Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, check this out, fam, before you make any assumptions. This is wild, but check this out, family. Diddy and his defense team made the case for Judge Subramanian changing the Mann Act conviction to an acquittal. Here's why. The Mann Act involves transporting someone across state lines for the purpose of sex. But Diddy's team says they believe he's the only person in history ever convicted under the statute who did not make money off prostitution.
The only person in the history of the United States that ever was locked up on this Mann Act and didn't make no money. I've never met a pimp that didn't make money off of a hoe in my entire life. Like I said, even if it was a Walmart gift card, a hoe was supposed to bring something back to the damn pimp. If Diddy was this pimp, he ain't get no money from his hoes. He just wanted to look at a man's butt. That's all Diddy wanted to do. I mean, when you really, really think about the shit.
Did not have sex with the sex workers. So, how'd that go? Because according to the testimony from everybody involved, all these people that was coming in that was involved in the freak off, Diddy only recorded and watched as the women had sex with the hired guns.
You see that? So all Diddy wanted to do was watch. So the man is locked up for pretty much watching people have sex, and getting off on it and taking the bajism and rubbing it on his nipples. This is what he locked up for. Y'all gotta really think about it. Smash that like button.
Yeah, man. This is getting very interesting. What a plot twist. Testimony also revealed it was typically the women, not Diddy, who made all of the arrangements. Travel, compensation, and hotels for the sex workers involved in the freak-offs. Further, they say Diddy's sexual involvement was basically voyeurism, and they point out multiple state courts have held that paying for voyeurism to watch other people have sex is not, I repeat, not prostitution.
Y'all hear that? So voyeurism, whatever type of freaky shit is that? I never even heard of voyeurism, y'all. It's just funny. Voyeurism sound like a cartoon or action figure. Pills of Bible. Sister Diddy is sick. Yo, voyeurism. They're saying is not even considered prostitution. Voyeurism, like a motherfucker that just sit back and watch. So if you sitting home late at night eating a bowl of ice cream, pure the Bible, tugging on your wiener, then this means that you are a prostitute or whatever, I guess, because you sitting and watching porn, tugging on your Roku remote. And you're a voyager. Diddy is a voyager, y'all. Oh my God, this is crazy.
See, when you got that money, you can get them experts and you get the best lawyers, and you got time to research, man. You're gonna get some time to research. Even if you're found guilty, if you can make your case, you can be found not guilty. I didn't write the laws. Don't get mad at me. And check this out, family. Diddy is also saying the sex workers were not only consenting, they enjoyed the activities and had friendships with Cassie and Jane.
So not only did they enjoy having the sex, they were all friends. All the freak off workers was friends. It was all consensual. Listen, guys, I'm telling you, man, just don't be surprised. That's going to be the biggest news ever when they say he released.
Remember, This news comes on the heels of Trump indicating that he would pardon Diddy. Yeah.
And I told y'all that, sweetheart. You see what I'm saying? Even Willie D said it. Diddy now wants this whole case thrown out after the, you know what I'm saying? Or give me a new trial, you know, right after Donald Trump just said that he's going to pardon him. And people still in denial that they about to let him go. All of this happening all right around the same time, mysteriously. This is all a setup. It's planned. Diddy about to walk out.
The infamous Intercontinental Hotel footage wouldn't even be relevant and would only be unfairly prejudicial. Remember, this news comes on the heels of Trump indicating that he would pardon Diddy. Yeah. Diddy going home today. Diddy going home today.
Get him, Willie. Did you hear what motherfucker Willie D just said? Diddy going home today. Diddy going home today. So now y'all want to be mad at Willie D, Pure Survival, and Willie D's bald head? Y'all want to blame Willie? Because Willie is telling you the damn truth. You know what I'm saying? He done made a Diddy going home today anthem.
Diddy. Yeah. Diddy going home today. Diddy going home today. Diddy going home today. Diddy. I know somebody watching me right now. Mad.
Yes, they are mad, Willie. They are mad at me too. Pills of Apple. Willie D said, I know somebody looking at me right now mad because he's doing a Diddy coming home today dance. That he's doing a Diddy coming home today dance. But you can't be mad at Willie D because Willie sees what's happening, and so do I, and it's more people that see it during survival. So I don't give a damn who get mad and leave the building. Leave the room. But when they say Diddy release, I want everybody to come back and say, Jamil, you was right. Pure survival.